In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make 1.1 million solo doing the elite challenge for the Cayo Perico heist, and I'm going to show you guys the fastest route that you can take to do this. I'm quickly going to go over the preps and the setups as well, just so you guys know which ones to do, but really let's just get right into it. So look, I know they've added and they've taken away a lot of stuff. They made a lot of changes to this Cayo Perico heist, but trust me, it's still worth it. It's a great way to make money. So for example, before, if you wanted to start this heist, you had to pay 25k, and now you have to pay 100k, and obviously it's a big difference, but you still get paid a lot. Another thing is, I remember I used to get like 1.4 to 1.5 million easily solo every single time, whereas now you can only get like 1 million to 1.1 million, which is unfortunate, but once again, it's still a good way to make money. So as you guys all know, to start this heist, you need the submarine, and then you go in here, you pay the 100k, and you start the heist. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to the island and you need to gather intel. Now this is what I want you guys to do for the route that I'm taking. So as always, you have to go to the communication center to hack into their cameras and be able to see what primary loot you're getting. So that's pretty straightforward. You come here, you do a quick hack, and then you're in. Now when I was doing this, I got the tequila for my primary loot. Now there's a few different primary loots that you can get, and the difference is pretty much how much they pay you. And for each one, it's going to have its own setup, but I'll talk about that once we get to the setups. So once you're done and you know your primary loot, well, instead of walking or driving all the way back to the plane, one thing you can do is just go in front of the guard so they can catch you, and you'll get a cutscene and they'll pretty much like throw you back at the plane. So as you guys can see here, I just go in front of the guard, and this way it's so much easier because it saves so much time for me. Now right beside the plane, as you guys can see, there's going to be this hangar, and this is what we want to do for our secondary loot. So I want you guys to come here. So as you guys can see, there's going to be two sets of drugs or cash over here, and so actually you need to take two different pictures or else you only scope one. And then once you've done that, you want to get into this forklift right here. Go ahead and pick up this crate, and then after you raise it, you want to raise it all the way to the top and then drive your forklift to the wall right here, and then from here you just jump on your forklift, jump on the crate, and then jump over the fence there, and you're in. And as you guys can see, there's more loot over here as well. So now we've scoped out our primary loot and we have our secondary loot, so now we can get on the plane and go back. Now go back to the submarine and go to prep, and for your approach vehicle, I want you to get the boat, and you want to get the long fin. It's going to be the easiest one to do, and it's really the only one that you need to do. Okay, now let's talk about equipment. So like I said, one of them is always going to be useless. So in this case, it's the charges, you don't need them. And then for the other three, one of them is going to be different for all of you because it's going to be specifically for the primary loot. So for example, for the tequila that I have, I need to get the plasma cutter for it specifically. And then the other two that I need to do are the fingerprint cloner and the cutting torch. So the cutting torch you always want to get because that's how we're actually going to enter into the compound. The fingerprint cloner you also need because we need to do the hack to get into the elevator. And then like I said, you need the plasma cutter because I have the tequila, but in your case that one might be different. And then for your weapons, you can honestly pick whichever one. I usually go with the aggressor, but it doesn't matter which one you pick, just pick a random one. And once you've done all that, you're actually ready to do the heist, so that should have only took you like an hour to do. Alright, so for your approach vehicle, you want to do the long fin here. For the entry point, you want to do the main dock. For the compound entry point, you want to do the drainage tunnel. The escape point doesn't matter, just pick whichever one. And then time of day, I suggest you go with day just because you can see everything, but if you want to go with night, then you go ahead. And then from there, just press start and we're ready to go. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is come over to the left here, where pretty much like the airport of the island is. Now when you come into the corner here, just be careful you don't drive the boat too far onto the ground, because if you do, it's going to get stuck, and we actually need the boat still, so make sure it doesn't get stuck. And then we want to come over to this hangar right here where our secondary loot was. Now as you guys can see, there's one guard like walking back and forth, so just make sure he goes all the way to the right and then you can enter. So go ahead and get your loot, and then use the forklift for the ones on the top, just like we did in the setup. And then once you've done that, you should have 396k just from your loot bag. Now once again, watch out for this guard, make sure he goes all the way to the left and then exit the hangar. And from here, go all the way back to your boat and we want to go all the way to the compound. So once you're here, just dive down and make sure you wear your rebreathers so you don't actually drown. And then from here you use your cutting tool and you break through the drainage tunnel, and we're here, so make sure you guys take the exact route that I take right over here. So take the left, jump over this fence, and then go all the way straight, and then from here take a left and then go over here to the right, jump over this fence. Now here you have to be careful because there's going to be a guard in front of you to the left, so just make sure he walks away, and once he's walked away, go up these stairs and then take a left. From here there's going to be a guard, but you don't actually have to worry, you can literally walk right behind him and he won't notice. So go up the stairs. Now there's going to be another guard here, same thing, just wait for him to walk down and then walk over behind him. And then from here we can enter this room right here. Now some of you guys might have gotten paintings. If you did, put that in your bag instead, but I didn't for this heist. And then from here you always want to go to the safe right here, because as you guys can see, it just gave me like 75k. And from here we just have to do the fingerprint hack. So most of you guys probably know this. If you don't, you pretty much just have to match it to the one on the right. You do that 3 times and you're in. And for the plasma cutter, we have to make sure we don't overheat it. So if you hold it for too long, as you can see in the bottom right, it will overheat and then you have to wait a couple of seconds. So just make sure you don't overheat it. From there you want to go right back down, just go behind the guards once again. Now once you're down here, make sure you wait for that guard to go all the way to the left before you actually go. Okay, and then just like that, go down these stairs, take a left, go up the stairs, and you're finally at the gate right here. So once you're out, you're going to take out this guy. So remember, that's the only guy you need to take out. And then from here, you can literally just jump off the island, wear your rebreathers, and then swim as far as you can. And just like that, you're done the heist. So we did the elite challenge and we got 1.1 million. So super easy. So yeah, this heist is definitely still worth it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to my channel. But really guys, I'll see you in the next one.